All right, welcome back to another conference testimonial, this one from the June 2021 conference. I've invited Charlie to share a little bit about his experience. So why don't we start, Charlie? Just introduce yourself. What's your background and who are you?
Absolutely, Pete. Thanks for having me. So I'm a U.S. Naval submarine officer. I was stationed out of Guam on the USS Key West for the last 3 years. I'm originally from New York, and I took a job in New York City with Ernst & Young now after the June conference. Coming from Guam on the USS Key West as a submarine officer, I had very limited time. And before working with Cameron Brooks, I felt like I was going down a lot of different avenues. And then when I started working with Cameron Brooks, they basically took all my free time and had a very strict disciplined program. One of the things, when I first signed up for Cameron Brooks, I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go. I had some sense of idea. And I will say even through the conference, I really wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go. And that was one of the great things about Cameron Brooks was I got to interview with manufacturing companies, project management, engineering, sales, finance, marketing. I mean, it was all over the place. And that really gave me the opportunity after the conference to really dive into each one and figure out what was the right fit for me. And so for me, obviously, I chose Ernst & Young and their financial crimes division. But again, there were so many opportunities there that I could have taken.
Did your interview schedule feel curated, or how did you feel about the schedule?
I do feel like the schedule is definitely personalized towards me. And I think a lot of that has to do with the work you do with Cameron Brooks and just talking to different people about what your interests are. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like the jobs that I applied for were more people focused because that's always what I've been involved in. So there was no job where I felt like I was going to be pigeonholed somewhere, not working with teams and people. So even though they're across a lot of industries, they all were similar.
I appreciate you saying that because a lot of time, energy, and effort goes into making sure that every interview schedule is very specific to the officer. So Charlie, I know before we hit the record button, you shared with me that you're getting to work here pretty quick. So I wish you the best. Give me a call once the dust settles and let's keep the conversation rolling.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Pete. Appreciate it.